welcome back to my channel, everybody. I'm going to be going over Mandalorian today. The Mandalorian, it's coming out at the end of the month, so I thought I'd do this video because I got some mail and I want to kind of show it off. I did want to point out that I got my child figure in a pram. I thought it was pretty cool. This little peg down on the bottom is actually from the Grand Moff Tarkin, the little torture droid, and the pram is actually from this set here, the Mission Fleet Mandalorian. It had a pram in there, and because the child figure in this set is practically the same size as the child figure in the Black Series, it pretty much fits, and you just need to have like a post or something to hold it up at the right level, and you can have your own pram. So this is, of course, IG-11. This is it was a Best Buy exclusive when it came out. I don't know what happened to his rifle. It's probably lying around somewhere, or his machete or whatever it is, but I'm gonna stick him right here because of the mail that I got. So this is the box. This is how it came. It came from GameStop. They had plenty of padding, which I thought was interesting, that all the padding was on one side. So they threw in these two pieces, and they are the Credit Collection IG-11. So I got the Credit Collection IG-11, and this card is a little bit bent, and this one is not. So this, and normally I don't care about that because I usually open everything, but because of the card back, I'm probably going to keep this one. So let's just set that aside, and we'll talk about this. One of the reasons I think I'm going to keep it is because it's got this card back, which has the Kenner logo, the Mandalorian seal. It looks really cool in the packaging, and it's got the artwork from the end credits. That's what these figures are based on. It's got this nice art on the back, and it has a little bit about this definitive collection. And if you want, you can go ahead and pause that and read it yourself. It's in multiple languages. What I appreciated about opening this figure is that this piece that holds the figure and the credit was able to slide out nearly perfectly from this small cut that I put in the bottom of the package. And I do that in case I decide I want to stick it back in there for some reason or pass it along to somebody else. So let's just talk about some of the accessories. I got sort of a credit, and we'll just set that off to the side. We'll just put that in front of this little passion fruit suit. So let's take a look. This is the original rifle from IG-11. So you can see there's a definite difference in the coloring between the Credit Collection and this one. The Credit Collection is got like a brownish tone, and the actual rifle is black. So let's set that aside, and we're going to take a look at the pistol also. And the Credit Collection pistol also has that same brownish tone, while this one has like that black with some silverish finish that it was had been used. And let's take a closer look at the figure. So as you can see, the figure's got some different color pattern on it. It's got like this nice purplish tone right up here in the shoulder sashes. But pretty much it's nearly identical to the other one, and we're going to do some side-by-side comparisons. We got some nice coloring, some blue in there, some purple on this side, and then you got the head that's got a mixture of colors, and it's got this nice blended tone. So if we take a closer look at that along with its picture, I think they did a fairly decent job of doing that. I think it looks pretty nice. So the colorations in the figure actually look pretty decent. I do like this idea of having these figures in this Credit Collection. It almost seems like it could be kind of like a gimmick in a way. But if you check out Roland's reviews or go follow him on Twitter, he does take some pictures from collectors, and he will transform them into, the way I see them is almost this Credit Collection type artwork and makes those figures look pretty fantastic. So you guys should check that out. But anyways, let's take a closer look at the two figures next to each other. And what we'll do is we'll take a closer look at the heads. As you can see, they are both nearly identical. They're definitely from the same mold. Let's take a couple of 3/4 looks at these. And then we can move them back, look down at the bodies. So pretty much head turns, which is kind of nice. The arms come up to the side because of this ball joint in here. They actually have 360 rotation. You do have elbow bend. The problem with these is after a while they sort of wear out, those little rubber pieces, and they just don't look right anymore. So he does move his legs forward and backwards, and this wiring right here kind of constrains how far the leg can go back, but it does have like a rotation inside, which is nicely hidden by this piece here. He's got a knee joint, right? It's not a double jointed knee, but of course this wire constrains the amount that he can bend. This one does not because it falls kind of off to the side. Yeah. Contain that. So down here, the foot has a full rotation and does this back and forth. So this is pretty much exactly the same as the original IG-11. And there they are, side by side. I think that's a pretty good figure. I think it's going to be fantastic for my collection in the card. That's where I'm going to leave the other one. I had an IG-88, and the leg, let me just show it to you, was always a little bit bent, and he didn't really stand up. So I am looking for an IG-11 to go with my Empire Strikes Back collection. But what I did with this one is I took an old droid unit and I sort of melded them together to make that droid that we saw in The Mandalorian. And he doesn't have a whole lot of like posability, but he does have some, and that's mainly because of the way I had to put them together. But I think it looks pretty cool standing on the shelf, so I'm going to keep them with my Mandalorian stuff. Anyways, I really appreciate you guys sticking around, watching the video, checking out the differences between the Credit Collection IG-11 and the Standard Edition. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and come back for more.